Power Center works. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. So generally, Power Center means like what it does. As you know, as per the concept, it says like it would extract, then transform, and then it loads data. So what do you mean by extract? Extract means it would read the data or pull the data from the source. It would transform the data, and that means it would, structurize your data into the business requirement. So for example, you are simply writing your phone numbers. Okay. So it would convert like plus, then your country code, then hyphen 3 digit, then hyphen 3 digit. Okay. So, and sometimes let's say you are just typing your phone numbers into 11 digit. So that's a mistake. So it will check your number so that it should be 10 digit, and it would validate that it's a valid number. Sometimes you're writing your email IDs. So we are writing abc@gmail.com or ymail.com or outlook.com. Let's say you will write outlook@abc.com. So that is not a valid case, right? So in that case, we write our codes so that it can transform the data. Or let's say sometimes user, they enter the data like we have a format like last name, middle name, first name. Okay, so that is the way you need to enter your data. Or suppose I have your data sets, then I'll be suppose I'm sending you an email. So in that email, I'm just gonna populate your first name, middle name, then last name. Okay, so that, but I'm getting your name all in a single field. So then I have to shift them into different fields, and everywhere the first letter should be capital and remaining as in small letters. Okay, so whatever I have said, just let's say them in one example. Okay, so for example, you have written your, this is your phone number. Okay, which you are just providing, but I don't want this phone number to to be there, should displayed in my business. So what it should be, it should be with +91, then hyphen your number, then I'll give dash in.
Sir, I am unable to see your writings.
One moment. Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so this is my phone number. That is what it's my, consider it as my input. Okay, so this portion we can consider as like output. So this is the way I'm just going to make the data format kind of. And let's say I'm inserting my email ID as like abc@gmail.com. Okay, so this is gonna be my another one, and gmail.com@abc and abc. Okay, let's say users are proceeding with this many. So what I have to do, I have to fetch, I have to rectify everything. I have to pick a correct mail ID. Okay, so first thing, I'll be correct okay, let's say I'm just finding like whether whatever the user has given, so whether it is incorrect or this one is correct. Then after that, I'll be validating with Google to find that. Okay, so like this, these are like the transformation of codes that we generally write. Or one more example, you can say, let's say uh, we have one person name is like Alex, or let's say we'll take Madhu Kumar Singh. Okay, so that is a single field. I receive his name, but I need to identify So along with this, I'll be getting another field as mail. Okay. So I have to format a field like where it would be. First name would be Madhu. Then his Singh, and title. If male, then Mr. Okay. So like that, I have to create the fields. So this is the way these data changes or data transformations. Okay. So those thing comes under transformation part. Okay. I'll just go back to my previous page. Okay. So that in the transformation part, we manipulate data and according to the requirement of a business logic. Okay. Then load is the final one where you load your corresponding data to your the respective target system. Okay. So this is like a basic detail about like how Power Center looks like or what is a ETL process exactly. So if I'll tell you what is a basic Power Center and what is difference between IIcs and Power Center. So for that, you need to understand a base concept of like Power Center. So let's jump into Power Center and see how it looks like. So I might have, so this is my, this is my data source, this particular portion in the left. So this portion is my target. Okay. So mostly what happens, so I get all my data from my source. Let's say I get data from my call center in the format of flat file. Okay. So they send me data in the flat file type, let's say Excel file, text file, PDF files. Okay. Just like that. So, but in our side, right, we do not accept PDF file. We accept file system like Excel, text files, or you can say XML files. So that kind of. So we get data from an agency, then from a broker portal and from an online portal. So whatever the data I'm getting in from online portal, so that is a database. So this is a broker portal which send me the data in format of Excel. Agency also sends me an data in format of Excel. Call center also sends me data in format of Excel. So if you look at these data sources, so they are different type of data sources because one system is database and remaining three are file systems. So when I'm getting data from such kind of systems, so they are called like heterogeneous system because type of the source are different. One is file type system and next one is like database type system. Okay. Then we get the respective data into the ETL. So once we get our data into the ETL, so we have our written codes. So codes in ETL are called transformations. Okay. So we use the transformation logic to convert the code into the desired output format. Then we load the data to a target. Okay. So once we load the data to a target, so we call that as data warehouse system. So we'll see like what is a data warehouse system and how do we use that. Okay. So once the data gets loaded to data warehouse system, then we have the business intelligence team. So they make like graph, pie charts, spiders. Okay. So all those types of, visual formats so that our business users or end users can able to see them through the chats. Okay. So that's all about like a ETL pipeline or a ETL flow. Any doubts
Okay.
on this?
No, sir.
Okay. So mostly what happens, so our data flow is like something this from the source to ETL. So ETL in RESTs I have mentioned like staging area. So what do you mean by staging? So staging is a place like where we store the data temporarily, not permanent. Like in our source system, we store our data on a permanent basis. In the target, we also store our data in a permanent basis. But in the staging, right? So we do not store our data because if you see, I migrate the data from source to target. So that is the job of ETL. So anyways, I'll get the data from source, I'll load the data from target. Then that doesn't mean so that I'll be also storing the data in Informatica. Then that is another loss for me, right? So when we have two different data source or target to store our data, then there is no meaning of Informatica. So what we store inside Informatica, we store only codes. Okay. So when I extract, so we have a process like extract, transform, unload. So when I run the ETL job, so it calls the process extract. Okay. So what it will do, it will fetch the data. It will open one read buffer. Buffer means a memory area. So just like when you open your RAM, when you run your computer, okay, so your RAM builds some space memory, right? So just like that, Informatica will open a memory and it will copy the data from source. It will apply the transformation logic, and the initial extracted data will be stored in read buffer. So we will apply a desired mapping or transformation concepts or codes to those readable data from source. Then we'll copy the data to write buffer, and after that we will load the data into the target. So once the data are loaded to the target, all this buffer memory will be closed by Informatica. Okay, so Informatica only opens a buffer memory to store the data temporarily. Once the data process is completed, then it closes all the buffer memories, right? So that is why we call the staging area. Staging area means this is a temporary space where, this is a data storage space where we store our data temporarily. All right. So that's why it's mentioned like ETL is a staging area. So then we have our source, then ETL staging area, then target I have mentioned as OLAP system that we will come later on. So then we have a BI team. So BI team, like the team who's work on like making those pie charts, okay, charts, graphical volumes and all. So you can, so there are few tools, Power BI, Tableau, ClickView. So there are that kind of tools which make those graphical
Tools also
presentations.
included in our work only, sir. In the sense, Informatica developer.
No, that doesn't come to our picture. We don't do
Okay.
that.
That is business analyst, right?
Yeah, the
Oh.
business analyst or business intelligence team, they will do. But you
Okay.
need to know in the entire flow, where are you exactly? You are playing the main
Okay.
role. You are transforming the data and giving the business the data the way they want. Okay, so you are playing the main role here in playing with and then transforming the data. So in general, in short, if I say what ETL does, it copies data from one system to another system, but as per the business requirement or as per the user requirement, we provide them data as per the business system. So we are going to see a lot of things, but on a high level, this is the normal definitions of what is ETL. Okay. Now, if we look at this, so what happens? So everything is going good. Like with Informatica, we can read data from database. With Informatica, Power Center, we can read data from Excel file. We also read data from cloud. We can do everything. Then what is the problem? Why we have IIcs into the picture? Okay. So if I show you, so these are few tools. So do you know about like Informatica tools, right? Power Center Designer, Workflow Monitor, Workflow Manager. So do you have any idea about that?
No, sir, really no.
Okay. So this is a Power Center Designer tool. It's opening. Okay. So what happens initially? So whenever we are working with the tools, so we have two types of system. Okay. So now, okay. So now the tool has opened. So if I have to run any codes, then I have to log into this, then I have to start, writing my own codes. Okay. So now the problem is like, if I go to Informatica and show the folders. So these are the four tools: Designer, Repository, Workflow Manager, and Power Center Monitor. So here we write our own codes, we do everything. So now the problem is like, these systems are called on-premise system. On-premise means local.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so here what we do, first thing, tool installation. So for example, so let's say for my development project, what I have done, I have installed my SQL server. I have used my SQL plus and Ubuntu, and along with that Power Center tools. Okay, so they are all installed in your system to work. Okay, so now tomorrow what happens, your system got corrupted or it got crashed or it is not at all opening. Okay, and you are doing my job, you're working in a company and you're working with all a major project. So in that case, so your entire tool is gone. So somebody says like they need to format your computer permanently and you cannot recover your tools, so you have to reinstall. So for that, what you have to do, you have to get access, you have to raise a request, then you have to progress with the installation. So that will block your 2 to 3 days of time. That means you're breaking your work anywhere. Okay, so then what comes to the picture, like the cloud system. So what cloud system says, you do not have to install anything in a machine. You go anywhere, you just log into the system and you use it. So what cloud system means?
Cloud, no installation. Available anywhere.
Right. So it's available over internet. So wherever you go, you just need to have an internet connection. So for example, you can log in your Gmail account into any machine, right?
Yes, sir.
You can access Facebook from anywhere, from through your mobile phone, through your your computer, your friend's computer, from anywhere you can do that. So those are the internet products, and cloud means like internet. So any applications or any tools or anything that is available over internet is called cloud. Okay, so slowly cloud has like basically few type of tools, like we could say like uh, IaaS. I don't know whether you know this. PaaS. Uh, okay, so
In
then cloud,
iPaaS,
yeah,
iPaaS.
right. So first thing is like this is like your infra as a service. Okay, infra means it will give you entire infrastructure. So if you log into your AWS account, so in the infra, what you need a server, you need a database, you need like load balancers, you need servers, serverless architectures, connections, logins, users. So whatever you need, like cloud says like, okay, I'll give you everything. Okay, so then what happens, so once everything was available over internet, then all these cloud providers, they started providing web services. Okay, so they provided web services in the format of IaaS. Then I stands for internet, the first I stands for internet. Okay, then PaaS as platform as service, then NaaS uh, network as service.
Network.
Yeah. So there are many types of, but the IaaS, Informatica Cloud, falls into iPaaS category. So
Yes, yes.
it provides us platform. Okay, so it is nothing but this is also a web service feature, and so we will see that what exactly it does. So the benefit of IaaS account is, so once you lost your machine, once you have any problem with your machine, then no problem, no worries, you still have your account, log into your account, go to internet and use like whenever you want and finish your work. So there will be no interruption. Okay, first thing. Second thing, like it provides you additional benefits. So if you look at Power Center tool, so what it had some limitations. So we have few APIs, applications. So let's list out few applications. Let's say local or application. Okay, so what you call as local or on-premise application. So local applications are those who need an installation in your local system. Okay. So for example, let's as I have listed, like, your SQL developer one, pure, you can say your Java, you can say SQL Server, MongoDB, Python. Okay, so whatever. And what are the cloud applications? But like, we will take few examples of like databases. Okay, let's say I'll take few examples of, I'll remove this Java and Python. And what cloud applications I can have? AWS.
AWS, Azure.
Okay. GCP, BigQuery, Netflix. Then what do you say this?
Amazon, Flipkart.
Not those. So I mean, these are like especially those accounts where we do the coding and all. Okay, who needs like applications. So what you can do in AWS or Azure, it has its own database like DynamoDB, RDS. Okay, so just like that. So you can copy your data from SQL developer to cloud-based tool also. Okay, so that is the feature can be available using IIcs. Okay, so that is the overview. So let's see how IIcs exactly works. So you learned like how this ETL design works, right? So in the first sheet, so let's see how a cloud architecture, how that works. So let's understand. So first, let me show you what is a cloud, how a cloud tool looks like. So suppose if I log out here, so this is my cloud platform. You have to create your account here. Okay, once you do that, you just have to simply do a login. So you can open this account from anywhere. You can do your own coding. So no restrictions if your system gets into a failure. Okay. But there are few steps you need to perform. So first thing is the like whenever we go to here, okay. So it provides few things. So if I open this IIcs provides us few tools. One is like your application integration, data integration, data quality, and administrator. Okay, so we are going to learn this 4 tools: data quality, data integration, application integration, and administrator. So administrator is the one. Yeah.
Remaining API manager in the sense, those are from sir?
Those are like, we are not covering that. So that falls under into a separate course. Okay.
That actually not required for IIcs, right?
No, that is not required for IIcs. IIcs means application integration and data integration.
Okay, data
So
quality.
yeah, and data quality also. Data quality nobody provides, but we have added data quality. This
Okay, sir.
monitor
This
operational.
is for developer, IIcs developer, right, sir?
Yeah, this is for IIcs developer. So, but I'll be giving you the overview of all this. Yeah, just detail like how it works, how profiling works. I'll just give you a like example, like how it works. Okay.
Okay, sir. Right.
So like this. So whenever you open your IIcs account, so suppose I have installed IIcs account in my machine. So if I want to run the same IIcs account in your system, then what I have to do, I have to install a specific tool. Okay. So if you go to this, it provides like few runtime environments. Okay, so whenever you go this, you have to download a software as secure agent, and then you have to run this in your system. Okay, so whatever system you want to use, so wherever you want to open your account and all, so you have to simply log into your user account, then you have to download the secure agent and install. then you can start using this. Okay, so we'll see what is the software and why it is required to download and why it needs to get installed. So before that, let's see like few things. Okay, so this is the secure agent that we need to download in our system. So what it does, so this is your Informatica cloud account. Okay, so suppose you want to transfer your data, as I said, you want to transfer your data from SQL Server to AWS. Okay, so then what you can do, you have to write your own codes and you need to run your job. Then what the secure agent will do, it is a communicator between Informatica cloud system, then to the on-premise applications like the file system, SQL system, then any other like Teradata or anything, and between like Salesforce, Netflix, Amazon Web Services, so all this. Okay, so it receives communications, I mean instructions from the Informatica cloud account, like we have written this code and you have to run the code to transfer that data from like SQL Server to AWS. So then what it will do, secure agent will read the instruction, then it will run the code, and then it will copy the data from like SQL Server or Oracle to the AWS account. Okay, so like that, using IIcs, we can do all these features. So we can, I mean, transfer data between our local system to local system. Also, we can transfer data from like our cloud system to cloud system. So that means so we can data between okay. So mostly it is designed to transfer the data between on-premise to cloud application, but also we can use it for like all the operations. It can transfer data between like two SQL server, like your, if I copy your, provide something like this. Source and what can be the target. So as you do not know Power Center concept very deeply, so that's why I'm just making you understand in layman language. Okay, so let's say it can be your on-premise, cloud. Let's say I'll modify it like okay. So it can act in all the way. Okay, so this is what the entire IIcs structure is. So if you go, if we look at like few things, so what is this secure agent? So now what is a secure agent tool? Let's read few things about it. Okay, before that, we'll just have a glimpse. Like what is a IIcs? So IIcs stands for like Informatica Intelligence Cloud Service, popularly known as Informatica Cloud. So it's a next gen iPaaS, so integration platform as a service tool. Okay, so like so it allows you to exchange data between any combination of on-premise and cloud-based system. So as we have seen examples with, and it would involve the applications within individual or across multiple organizations. So it depends like how vast your business is. If you have single system, multiple systems, so don't worry about these terms. So we are going to read about it more. Okay, and I will not come to all this right now because it would be much for you. Okay, but we will see like what are all these tools that we have seen so far.
Okay.
So if I go to okay, if I go to this tool and I'll open, so you see there is a tool as administrator. So what this will do, it will create user groups, assign them roles. It will define the runtime environments. I mean, it is responsible to create the secure agents, and it will provide you access to download them. And we will see while installing, we will be exploring all of this. Okay, and then add connectors. So we are going to see everything. Then we need like data integration. So what is a data integration tool? So in data integration tool, we are writing our codes which will exchange data between two different systems, between a source and target. Okay, then we have a monitor tool, so using which we will see like whenever we run a code, like how did it had it access and how it was able to process the data and everything. So as of now, you can ignore all of them. Okay, now let's read few things about even you can skip them. So once you know come to a page, then I'm gonna explain you all of this. Okay, so we'll see about like what is a Informatica Cloud Secure Agent. Okay, so Secure Agent is a lightweight self-upgrading program that runs on the server inside your network. So that means if I open this and again I go to my administrator. Okay, so this is my two services. This is my secure agent. So this one, the second part, which is mentioned as per as my desktop name.
Sir, in every system we are going to use, first you need to download a secure agent, right?
Right. Every system. So every new system. So once I have installed it in my machine, then I need not to install it again.
Okay. The status will be keep on running itself, sir?
Yeah, it should be keep on running.
Okay.
Okay. And then these are like this is how a secure agent looks like. So if I click and open this, so it would open with like many things. So it has multiple services. Okay, all these services has to run. So every service has a different activity to perform. Some will create connection between your source and target. Some services are there to create your source, to read data to source. One service will be responsible to write the data. One service will be used to create codes. So there are like this individual service has different roles to do. So we will be seeing them once we start learning the IIcs part. Okay, so then let's go to the next one. So it allows you to access all your local resources like database, files, applications that resides beside your company firewall. Then it is responsible for securely communicating between the Informatica Cloud repository, other cloud-based application, and your local resources. Local resources means your local tools, like as we said, local data systems. Okay, and then Informatica Cloud Secure Agent is the local agent on your server that runs the task is responsible for moving data from source to target. So generally, as we know, like ETL is responsible to transfer the data between source and target. So similarly, this secure agent is also responsible to transfer the data between source and target. But a source can be either on-premise system or a cloud system, or both would be cloud system. Okay. So during the process, your source application data never gets staged or run through Informatica Cloud servers. Your data remains secure behind your company firewall. So just like that, as I said, in Power Center, what we did, we were requiring storage, right? So which is like staging. So all the data used to be staged. Informatica Power Center has to open a memory, then it had to copy the data. But in this system, in secure agent part, we are not doing that. Okay, so we are not opening any staging, or we don't need any staging process. We simply dump the data from the source to target. The data has to process between the codes, then it has to flow away. That's it. We are not needing any staging part. So I'm not going into very deep. So this is a lightweight introduction, like what IIcs is. So when we start, creating our codes, installing applications. So in that time, you'd be come to learn like many things. Okay. So, and the final touch is, if you see, so like when you install secure agent on your servers, you need to register it, so that we will see like during your installation. So you can install one agent per machine. So in my system, I can install only one secure agent. Okay, we call that secure agent or agent. So similarly, if you're going installing using my account in your system, then in that case, right, you can install like only one secure agent, not multiple. But yes, for one account, you can use you can download and install secure agent in multiple machines, but per machine per secure agent.
Permission, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so this is mentioned like you can install same agent on multiple machines, like you can utilize in Windows, Linux, or over your what do you say, this virtual machines on your like Windows machines. So your secure agent is like network friendly. So if I go and download here this part and will download secure agent, it ask me whether I need to download for my Windows machine or Linux machine. So whichever machine you use, you can use it. But the condition is like it should be a 64-bit machine.
Okay.
Then only you can do this. Okay.
Okay.
So we will be stopping the session today, and then you can ask for the recordings, or you can talk to our mentors. Okay.
Okay.
So based on that, we'll be designing our planner like classes, the timings. Okay. So we'll see that.
Okay, sir. Just one thing, sir.
Sure.
Normally, you will be telling the sessions with installation process, right?
Yeah. We will install application in your system, because if we do not do this, you cannot practice.
Yes, sir. So that's right. Yes, sir. Just another doubt.
Mhm.
Sir, I need to finish the Informatica certificate, sir, from the company itself, the cloud.
Yeah, you can do that. After the course, you can do this.
Yes, sir. There might be, if any, by chance, if you need your help, you can.
Yeah, sure. So what we'll do, right? So once you complete all of this, right? See, if you ask me how long it will take to, read Informatica Cloud, I will say 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
but that is not possible, right? Yes, but what I can do, I can make you understand Informatica so well that you can cover all those 6 months, because see, we are going to cover the entire application within like 1 month or 1.5 months or 2 months, depends on how much you are grasping. Okay.
Okay.
So but yes, I'll guide you like how you can prepare yourself. Also, we will have like question answer rounds and mock sessions, interview preparations. Okay, so that
Okay.
you can just go through.
Sir, is there any assessment process, daily assessment process, or any exams?
Not exams. I conduct mostly like task based stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be giving you task, you have to complete that,
Just
then
to
we need
get
to
into the
verify.
touch, yes, sir. Just to get into the touch to with this technology, any
Right.
chance?
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's what I'll be giving you task, right? So I'll be giving you all the tasks, so that you can complete them, and you'll be, whatever the topics we are going through, you'll be learning them very well.
Okay, sir.
And after once we complete the course, at least you have like 5 to 6 years of experience resource. So that kind of experience you will get, so
Okay.
that
Okay.
you can beat any experience, any resource like 5 to 6 years.
Okay, sir. So by any process, you will be giving any reference if after completion of course, by chance, if you are not getting any job.
You can talk to our mentors about that, Prakash or Chandana, whoever spoke to you. So you can talk to them regarding that. So that part we don't. I mean, I'm not falling into that part, but yes, I'll be preparing you for the interviews, mock interviews, how to give
Oh,
interviews, interview question answers. Okay, and
okay.
so we will be conducting few mock sessions. So where we'll be taking your interviews and we'll prepare you for that, all the
Okay, sir.
knowledge base, everything. So you'll be getting all the recordings. So per class wise, you'll be getting the contents, I mean
Oh,
the documentations. Okay.
Okay.
And but you have to ensure like you are completing all the tasks on time, so that
Yes, sir.
you don't we don't have any gaps. So suppose on the day one we have covered something, but on day two we are not. I mean,
Yes.
I'm just going ahead and you're falling back. So that
Yes.
means
Yes.
you have to practice. If
Yes.
you do not practice, you'll be falling back.
Yes, sir. It
Okay.
is a easy course to know, right, sir?
Sorry.
Is it a easy course to do, sir, for freshers?
It's definitely easy. Don't worry. I'm there to make everything easy for you, right?
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you can
Okay.
you so what if you're so what would be your proposed time?
So mornings, I think it will be good, sir, if you are free.
Okay, morning. Okay, then morning we will keep it in alternate days.
Okay, sir.
Okay, not every day. So if we are planning for morning, then we'll keep it for like alternate days.
Sir,
So
actually, this course should be completed within 1.5 months or 2 months, sir.
yeah, we can target. See, I mean, even we can complete it in 15 days. Okay.
Okay.
So, but then that will be no use. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So in morning time we'll be keeping the timings. We'll set some time, and mostly the class will be for like 1.5 hours. Okay.
Okay.
And in alternate days we will continue because you need time to practice them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So because if it will be on daily basis, right? So it will be quite tough for you.
Okay, sir. If it is in the evenings, it will be on daily basis.
Not daily basis. Daily basis means 40 minutes per day. Okay.
What?
But if you're going for like alternate days, right? But I prefer like for initial period you go for alternate day class. Okay. So
Okay.
once we cover, so we have it three parts. So once is like basic level. So once we cover the basic level, then once I feel like, okay, you have cleared all the tasks and you answer all the assessment questions on time, then we can start the advanced concept and we can put advanced concepts on daily basis. So once you have at least understanding to the system.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you do not have understanding to the system, so if I am spending some time, then I need
Yes,
to
sir.
complete the course on time, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
then that would be overloaded for you. Initially
Yeah.
there would be few confusions, few practice, few things
Yes.
you'll do mistakes. So once you cover up all those learning phase, then we can start up like on a daily basis classes.
Okay, sir.
Don't
Normally,
worry.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Normally, the recruitment process in our reference company will be starting in the next upcoming month itself, sir. So that
Mostly okay. Okay, you got a reference.
yes, yes, yes. In the sense, from our relative, he taught me to do this course.